Hello, everyone. Oh, I believe, oh, right. I think we are live. Hello, hello. Put in the chat where you are tuning in from. Technology has been interesting. It allowed me to get a fresh cup of coffee, a little afternoon Java. So, of course, I had to bring my favorite mug. I drink out of this mug. One of my friends, my homegirls, gave this to me years ago, and I drink from it almost every single day. What is your favorite mug to drink from? What is your favorite cup of coffee? What? How do you like your coffee? Do you like it black? Do you like it as a latte, as a cappuccino, a mochaccino? Do you like caramel frappes? What do you like? Put in the chat. What's your favorite jam for your coffee, and what's your coffee fix? Personally, I have been drinking a blend. It's a mushroom coffee. So it's really good for energy because I need more of energy. Everybody needs more energy, right? But it helps us focus, and it's supposed to be really good for your digestive. So I have been partaking in that, and then I put some good nutrients in there as well. And I am a French vanilla creamer girl. I use the vegan kind. So share with me what your favorite cup of Java is. And cheers. Blessings to you. I think this is really fun. We just launched our Café Cozy collection. I am loving it. I wore my brown today to thought I thought it would go nicely with the theme. And of course, we have the two shadow scents. We have hot chocolate and we have oat milk. All right. And then we have cold brew as the lip scents. And we have the honey latte as the moisturizing lip gloss. All right. I see you coming in with your comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you didn't hear me already, tell me what your favorite kind of coffee is. What gets you going? Maybe you're not a coffee person at all. Maybe you're hot tea. Maybe you just have natural energy and you really truly are a Wonder Woman without the Java. I don't know, whatever. But besides my Wonder Woman cup, I'm also bringing back the banana clip. I don't know if y'all remember the banana clip, but I loved it when I was younger. And I, during the pandemic, was like, experimenting with hair and different styles and stuff like that. And I was like, what happened to banana clips? So I thought I would bring that trend back. I don't know if you still rock your banana clip, if you even know what I am talking about, but I love that look. And one of the girls in the office today, Brittany, she was like, I've never seen your hair in a ponytail. Do you have extensions? And it does make your hair look like it's such a long pony. And I don't have extensions. It's just my hair in a banana clip. But I am loving seeing where you guys are coming in from and tuning in from. I am so excited to share this look with you. It's like this latte makeup trend. Okay, it's all over social media. Don't know if you are paying attention or not, but really it's just a recreated bronze goddess look, right? It's that earthy toned, inspired by warm hues. You can find you inspired by warm hues that you can find in a cup of latte. Okay, so it's really soft. It's neutral makeup look. It focuses on giving that natural yet understated look with earthy tones that goes well with almost any skin tone, an array of skin tones, right? And like I said, we have hot chocolate, oat milk, cold brew, honey latte. I'm going to bring a few extra products in with this look to create it, to, complete it. Along the way, I thought it would be fun to play with different colors. So I brought in Foundations Deep Caramel and of course, coffee. Okay. So, and I also have porcelain on hand. Don't know, I'm still experimenting in my mind what I'm going to do with that. But I am going to play with those on the skin to kind of deepen the skin tone as a bronzer to give that look, okay? And then we're 5 minutes in and I am not even started the makeup yet. So let me get going, all right? I hope you're excited. I hope you're tuning in and energized as I am. And if you're not energized, get yourself a cup of latte and join me while I get ready. And I'm excited for y'all to get ready with me. Okay, what I'm going to start with, the Glowify sticks. Ooh, okay, so why I'm choosing that. I'm going to go with the, I'm going to go with the cocoa. All right. And I know that we just started a promo about the mascara. Purchase a mascara and receive a complimentary gift with purchase eyelash curler. Okay, so I thought it would be fun to show different ways on how you can use an eyelash curler with, obviously, besides the usual way of curling your lashes, right? So I always curl my lashes. Some people are like, not for it. It's okay. If you're not a curl your lash kind of girl, it's okay. Don't worry about it. So I am doing my left eye right here, and you can see the difference in when you do curl your lashes. It really helps open up the eye. Okay, and you can see just my left eye versus the right eye. So I'm going to go in and then when I clamp it, I pull up a tiny bit, not too much, because I don't want to damage my natural lashes or pull them or do anything like that. It is a bit warm in my office. I am like sweating a little bit, so I am going to grab the absorbing wipes and go ahead and dab off a little of this glistening dew. All right. Goodness. I love these absorbing wipes. They're so handy, especially for moments like this. Okay. What am I going to do with this Glowify stick to create the latte look? I am going to use the eyelash curler, and I'm going to pull the handles apart, and then I'm going to put it up against my eye, the angle, and create an angled application. I went a little too heavy-handed, but you can see that even if you have hooded eyes, you can see that little gap right there. So when you're looking straight into the mirror and you're creating that, you can then like open your eye, create that angle, and then like looking straight into the mirror, create that angle, and then you want to open the eye and you're going to see a little gap space. Then you just fill in the space, right? Then you're able to build upon that. So I creating that depth right there. And the reason I'm starting with the Glowify sticks because creating this look is like laying the foundation for it. It gives a nice soft aspect to it. And I'm going to take this brush and blend. It gives a nice essence for what is going to be underneath. All right. And you pull it apart and then you angle it up against like where your uh, tail of your eye is and where it would go this way. So just angle it and then put it right there, right here. And you can create that line and then you have an angle. All right. Little trick. If you don't have like, tape to try to get those angles or business card or whatever, just another trick you can teach your customers with their eyelash curler. Also, You could also just close it and put it right here and get a nice cut crease. You can put product right there and do it that way. All right, options, fun little makeup tips. All right, so what we got? We got cocoa on the lid, on the mobile part of the lid. Then what we're gonna do, shut that, and I'm going to go for, where did I just set all those colors down? Oh, they're right here. Okay, so I'm going to go with the oat milk, and that's the lighter of the two. And I'm going to put it right there where the crease is, just slightly higher than where the crease is. Something I love about our Glowify sticks, our Shadow Sense, all that, is that you can really build upon the colors. Like you can layer them and they still turn out looking amazing and soft. So I'm going with the oat milk and just softening that in. Trying to see what you're saying in the chat. You're loving my Wonder Woman cup. If I can't get to you right now in the chat or like see what you guys are saying, I will definitely afterwards answer or respond. If ever you have a question and you're not wanting to ask on the chat, you're more than welcome to send me a messenger in the Facebook group, you know, in the Sara Kuhl Synergens. You can send me a messenger and ask me a question, and I would be happy to get back to you on that. So creating that with the oat milk. All right, and then I'm going to use the hot chocolate. All right. I shook it like it was the lip sense. I just shook it. Okay, so I'm going to go right here on the lash, above the lash line, so you can see the application. Okay, and then obviously I'm going to come in with a blending brush, trying to find one at the moment. I'm going to go with this one, and then I'm going to soften the edges. But then I'm going to extend it upward. You can see that it pulls it a bit. Okay, gives that snatched effect. Softening the edges and then pulling it. Pulling the color, when I say pulling it, that's what I mean. Pulling the color back a little bit. And I have a scar right here, so sometimes it dips into my scar. That's from riding big wheels as a child. Actually, I think this one is from jumping off a toy box onto the bed, and I hit the bed frame, and that's where that scar is from. That one is that one. Okay, you can see that it pulls it back. What is your, have you guys heard of the latte makeup look, the latte makeup trend? Are you familiar with it? When I posted it and we have the Cafe Cozy collection come out, is this your first time ever hearing about it? Are you like, yes, I've been rocking this look for a minute now, or you've been wanting to see it? Put it in the chat. I want to know what your thoughts are on it. Putting this on the bottom, right there. Just really lightly applying. If I, like I did right there, if I messed it up, that's okay. You got Q-tips, right? So you grab a Q-tip and you just clean it up before you blend it. That way you can remove any excess before you go in and blend so it's not too much. And then I'm taking this size brush and I'm blending and softening. I need to clean it up. Kind of looks like it got punched in the eye. But you know what? This one is like kind of a messy look anyway. So you don't have to have that complete precision where you're like perfect. It can be a little all over the place. You can see that I'm creating that smoke effect. When I am making my cup of coffee in the morning, it's for me and then one for my man. And I then also put it in a thermos. So I carry this thermos with me and then put it in my mug and warm up the mug like throughout the day. But the thermos kind of keeps it pretty warm. So I don't have to usually warm it up, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I like, I don't put ice in it, but I'll put like cold water from the filter, and that's really nice and refreshing. And I actually didn't know that I liked that, and I did it accidentally one time, just not even paying attention. I put the cold water in there and brought it into the office, and then like I took a swig of it, and I was like, oh, that's not hot coffee, it's cold coffee. But I was like, this is delicious. So I kind of like a variety. I like spiced chai lattes. So now I'm going in with that oat milk, going in on that inner, and getting a smaller brush like this. And giving it a little bit of definition underneath and dimension. Okay. So you can see it lightens up that hot chocolate a little bit, but it's still there. And I will obviously clean this up because I still have to do the skin, but it's a messier eye to get started with, and then you can come in and clean it up. I'm just going in and blending. Blending is your friend. Okay. And remember I said those earth tone, that goddess appearance, that's really what we're working with here. That's really what we're going for. That's that latte look, okay? So I'm going to create, where's my, I'm going to use the, I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. So I'm trying to figure out which brush I want to use. This one. So I have this brush right here, and then I have the coffee color right here. And I also have the deep caramel right here. And I also have the porcelain right here. All are the Make Sense foundation colors, okay? And I am going to create warmth on the skin, like a parameter, just and using like a contouring effect in the placement aspect to it. I'm not going to cover my face in these deeper colors, but it's going to create that warmth around it. So I want to create a little bit of depth right here, follow along up here, okay, and then thicken it a bit. All right, so you can see that it matches from side to side right here. And then I'm going to come in, my nose is, oh, that's a little warm in here. I'm going to do a little on my nose right here. And then a little on the tip of the nose, like a V. I always feel like I look like the scarecrow from Wizard of Oz when I do this. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit on the hairline, just a little bit, so it doesn't look too muddy. You can see that parameter, a little bit on the temples. War paint, right? Getting a different brush, blending upward. I'm not coming down, I'm going up. So underneath, like if you were going to fish your face or your lips, right? So you can fish to find where that depth is underneath the jaw. Not the jaw, this bone. And then just softening it so that it looks nice and bronzed. Okay. And then going upward and back. And I'm just softening it into the skin. You see how it blends in, it melts into the skin, and it gives that depth, but it gives that warmth as well. Okay. I'm kind of pulling back that hot chocolate that's on the eye right there, just to kind of give it a little bit more blend. You see the difference on this side over here versus this side. It's a little softer. So I'm doing the same thing with this brush to kind of give it that blended effect, that diffused look. Okay, then of course a little bit on the nose. Just a little bit on the nose really does the trick sometimes. And I have a very knobby nose, like it's like a knob right here. So I don't always go in and contour my nose. But you know, for certain looks, I'll do it. Or if I'm more a sleek look for nighttime, I'll do it. You can also get this right here. You can, where this would go right there. Okay. There's a face chart, and you can bring it so that it extends. Face chart in the marketing kit for the Cafe Cozy that I created for y'all. You can see where that, to contour the nose is on the side. And get a blending brush. I'm going to get a smaller blending brush, something small, because I want to keep it concentrated in that area, but I want to just blend out the edges. So I don't want the blending brush to be too big. I want it to still work for me and still have pigment there and not spread it too far. And what I'm doing is really just kind of like thinning out the nose. If you already have a super thin nose, you don't need to do that because then it's going to make it look like way too small. If you're kind of like have like a big old honker on the end of your nose like I do, you can taper it, you can slim it down a bit, you know, that kind of thing. And then after you add the depth and the shading, now we are going to add, oh, a little fuzzy, there it is. Oh, there's like tickle in my nose. I was like, where is it? I am now going to add the, where are you? The medium highlight. That's the medium highlight. Somebody the other day asked me what that was. It's the cream highlight. That's what it is. And the color is medium highlight. All right. You can Add a little bit right there. I can't wait for you guys to get this in your hands. It's such an amazing collection. So on trend. Pre-sell them. Like contact your customers, let them know, pre-sell them so when you're able to put your order in and have it arrive and then invite them over, create the look with them. Different brush than I was using for the blending of the shading. This is the highlighting. You can see that that lift right there brings that up. Okay. You can always get your warmth of your finger in there and melt that product in as well. Sometimes that works a little bit better than the brush because it just, the warmth of your finger will melt the product into the skin. Okay. You see where we're going with this? I did start a few minutes late because technology was booting me off. So if I go a few minutes over, I apologize. If you have to jump, you can always watch the replay. Just a heads up on that. I just set that medium one down. Where is that? It's the oat milk. I could use the oat milk. I'll try it. Just got to blend it a little bit quickly so that it doesn't dry up on you. Because you know, they set quickly. But if you tend to have an oilier nose and it's hard for your product to stay on, this is such a great trick. Just so you know, using the shadow sense as your highlight down the nose. Because sometimes like I'll do that and then like the product will just kind of disappear. And if you use the shadow sense, it will actually stay longer on the nose because it is that long-lasting waterproof effect, right? So I have the brown eyeliner and I need to comb my lashes. Hold on. Get them all. See that messed up a little bit. And I like to comb them before I do the eyeliner. When I comb them, I'm taming them. So I'm going to add the brown to the lash line just to give it a little more. You can see that little flicker up just to give it a little bit more depth around the lash area to make the lashes appear more full, but also it'll give, I can bring that up like this and then blend it in. And soften. I'm just going back and forth on that eyeliner to soften the eyeliner so it's not like a harsh line. When it's a harsh line, it can really age you. It can make you look a little bit older. You can see with that angle how I literally went up, that it really tapers the eye and gives it nice shape. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. You can see on this eye. Just going on that lash line and then up. I didn't go out, I went up. Back and forth with the eyeliner. Softening the bottom lash line. Okay. And we're not done, but we will be soon. I think we should, how many minutes do we have? Ooh, I'm a little bit over. Are you guys okay with that? Either way, you can watch it on playback. I'm going to use the Undersense. Top and bottom. Okay. And I'm going to use a lash comb. The ones I had in my hand fell on the ground, so I'm grabbing a new one. Comb that through. Just to soften, pick up any excess, comb the lashes out, get that soft effect. All right, now I'm going to come back to the mascara. And in the meantime, I said earlier that I was going to use the porcelain. And the reason I chose porcelain is because it has a little bit of a yellow tint to it. So like I said, these warm hues are fun to play with. I'm going to grab a little bit with this brush, and I'm going to use this as like a highlight on the skin, as kind of like a blush, but just a little bit right here. If you do not want to do the yellow effect, what you could do is I chose two blushes that I would pair with this look. And I obviously went with the coffee theme and what would taste delicious with your coffee. Take a guess in the chat which blushes I chose um, to pair with this look. Now I'm taking a fluffier brush and blending that yellow in. I chose certain blushes. They're right here. Woo, which ones are they? So I can pair them with my cup of coffee, right? My latte look. And I'm going to take a little bit of the porcelain and I'm going to go underneath the eye to bring that forward. Just to give that highlight underneath the eye area. Okay. I haven't done this side yet. You can see how that brightens it underneath here and how I still have that depth right here, that dip. So this is with porcelain, Make Sense foundation. And it has a little yellow hint to it. I'm going to do my first layer of lip sense while I'm going to, and then after that, I'm going to do the mascara. So I'm going to flip flop. So time efficiency, even though I'm over time. This is the cold brew. Since we're talking about adding depth and adding dimension to this look, I'm going to do it as the outer perimeter. You can do all over the lip if you want. more of like a lip line. But a little thicker. Okay, and I said I was going to flip flop, so now I'm going to go back in with the Volume Intense. This color is black. Really coating those lashes. I'm telling you, this latte makeup look looks fantastic on such a variety of skin tones. Reach out to everybody you know and make sure you get this on them, because it's also like a soft look, but it's a natural look. It's a goddess look. It's a warmth to it. Did you guys in the chat guess which blush that I had suggested? See which blush I was going to suggest with this. I want to see what you guys would have chosen. Oh, and I'm seeing you, Kristen. You you had messaged me like, girl, why don't you do the latte makeup look on one of your lives? And I totally knew this collection was coming, and I was like, oh, she's gonna love when this hits. So I'm so glad that um, it was coming up soon for you, and I love that you love that trend. Like she did. I take suggestions. I knew this was coming though. At the same time, I love your suggestions. I love like knowing what you all want to learn. Like, hey, I'm not great at this, or I really want to see it created with the Synergence products. Hit me up, message me, let me know what you want to learn so we can maximize these lives for y'all and really truly give you what's going to help your business and to help you grow and to help advance your skills. All right, so another layer of the cold brew. You see that I'm not going full lip with it. I want to give that dimension, that's why. And obviously you'll see I'll do a really sheer layer on the inner lip, and then I'll do the honey latte on top of it. Cheers. Oh, I shouldn't take a drink yet because it's not dry. Okay, one little. You can see this cold brew is just gorgeous. Really giving those lips definition. And then we're going to go in with, I keep shaking them, the honey latte. And then for the powder effect, you know me and my middle of my forehead, my T-zone. I think it would be a really cute idea to add a little bit of the, depending on your eyebrow color, but the hot chocolate in the eyebrows. I think that will really warm up the skin. I'm putting the translucent loose powder right in the middle of my forehead to minimize that shine, and then down the bridge of my nose. You can even see from that angle right there, you can see this contour right here. You see that? You can see the definition of it. A little bit underneath the eye area. I love our powders because they really just give that nice, soft, like diffused finish. Like it's like such a, there we go. Very forgiving on all skin, especially mature skin. And then I'm creating that. And I think that we must add a little bit of bronze dust. I didn't even know that was going to rhyme until I said it. We must. A little bit of bronze dust. Be like cinnamon in the coffee. I do put cinnamon in my coffee. To give that warmth on top of that yellow that I put on there with the porcelain. Give that glisten. You can even add a little bit of Glowify stick on top of the hot chocolate color on your eye to give a little bit of like glimmer and like pizzazz. Okay. Come down the neck. And if you want to give it a little bit of more snatched appearance, you can add a little bit of the translucent loose underneath there. You can see right here. It'll help even it all in. Ties it together and gives that more dimension, that snatched appearance. You see how it's not right there? Oh, I'm going right underneath. You can see where the powder is going. Right where, underneath where I did the shading for the contouring. And then that ties it together. See how it evens it out too. It doesn't leave any splotchiness. And it looks really nice and even on the skin. And if you do too much on the forehead and you want to tone it down a little bit, you can do a little bit of the translucent loose powder on the forehead, up here on that hairline, just to tone down a little bit of the shading that you created, if it's like a little too much. Now we're going to do a pop of what? Honey latte. Okay, so girl, yes, Stacy. The hot chocolate makes your eyes pop. Yeah, it's so pretty on all eye colors though. Like for real, that warmth to it. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. Miss Sonia, I love your guesses. I chose, whoop, I did have toasted rose in my hand, but instead I chose chocolate cherry. So you got that one right. I'm seeing chocolate cherry. Raquel, I see you picked that one. But I thought a terracotta would be cute because it would be delicious with a cup of coffee, right? And isn't that a dessert? Isn't terracotta a type of dessert? Am I wrong? No, I feel like I'm right. I don't know. I think so. Okay, so the honey latte. Christine Cook, thank you, girl. And thank you for always waking up so early and joining me on these Facebook Lives, coming all the way from New Zealand. Love this honey latte on top of a few of the lip scents, but especially this cold brew. And it looks good on its own. So if you're just wanting to do a gloss. Also, something that you could do to give a little bit, I have that sheen and that glow from the bronze dust, but if you want to, you can add a little bit of hydration with the honey latte, just a little poppity poo, little. Like I've taught you before with like the nangai oil, you can just do a little dab right there, and it will like stay on the skin because of the gloss, but it'll just give such a nice like, and not all the way because you don't want it to be like too much. And then I just applied it with the one finger, so I'm going to go and dab excess with a different finger, but it just gives such a more forgiving aspect if you have a little more crepiness around the eye area, if you feel like you're feeling a little old, looking a little aged, maybe you feel a little dehydrated, this is the perfect way to add the illusion of hydration, and it'll stay on the skin. So if it was just like a moisturizer, it would like absorb into the skin, but this kind of sits on the surface. So it really does the trick. Okay, and then because, I mean, we're already this far into it. I think we're like almost an hour into it. We might as well do the hot chocolate in the brows. Why not? I'm combing them up like this. Most of this look was because I was like chatterboxing away, but you can create this look pretty quickly, especially with the Senegence makeup because of the long lasting aspect to it. There's something already on that angled brush, so let's get a different angled brush. There we go. Hot chocolate. I'm going in my brows with the hot chocolate. Very light-handed, but it'll be fun. I'll add a little pop just to add that warmth, because my brows can look a little like ashy sometimes. They can look a little like a grayish or like a, this will add that warmth. And you don't want to go too dark on your brows, so this will add that dimension too, so you can see literally just that tiny itty bit added that whoop. And now I can go in and soften that hot chocolate in the brows. Okay, such a difference, right? Like major. Now I'm going to do the other brow. I really want to see your recreated looks. Encourage your customers to create this look. You can teach them in person, you can teach them virtually, you can have them tag Latte Makeup, and definitely have them tag Senegence and you, right? And get that buzz going. Let's create that social media buzz around Senegence and really show people how amazing our products are. I was just on a meeting earlier today, and there are so many people that do not even, have never even heard of Senegence. Isn't that like mind blowing? So let's like share this greatness with the world, because not only is the portfolio of products amazing, but the products, like, it's like you want to create a look and be gone for the day and know that when you come back, your look is going to look like, oh, it still looks amazing. Like, I woke up like this, right? Now, you know daggone well that I did not wake up like this. But you know what I'm saying. Women want to have products that are going to be fully pigmented, be long lasting, be able to have that extended wear throughout the day. And we want to share the world about Senegence because they deserve to know. There's so many people that are unaware of this amazing company, and there's so much potential out there. So my goal for all of you is to go share the Cafe Cozy collection with at least 10 people, at least 10 people. And when you're sharing that look with them, I really encourage you to have them try the skincare as well. Get that skincare on their face and allow them to really experience the full excitingness about Senegence products, right? So I want to hear from you. You can do that 10 face challenge with the Cafe Cozy look. You can also create it with all of the other Ready in 5 collections that have already launched. More to come, hint, hint. But I hope you like this. Thank you for getting ready with me. It was quite a bit longer than I thought we were going to be on here, but I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Put in the chat something you learned from this makeup look and tag me, tag Senegence, tag Sara Kuhl Senegence, tag Latte Makeup, tag Cafe Cozy. Let's get out there and make great things happen, y'all. I'm very excited to see your finished look once you create it. And I appreciate you sticking with me and getting ready with me. And I hope that you all have a very blessed, thriving rest of your day. Take care. I believe in all of you.